we got to talk about a story out of California, probably the
CA.
longest state in the union, that is showing us once again how as backwards and progressive ideology actually is. Okay, this
Radical.
story involves
Radical
a
left.
woke school out of San Francisco that has decided to experiment with equitable grading, aka woke grading.
Yes.
Essentially, they're
Crazy.
trying to give kids good grades for things other than their work, right?
Merit.
Like actually doing
Meritocracy.
and meritocracy.
Meritoriousness. It is crazy we both said meritocracy simultaneously, bro. This is my first time peeping BCP's video. Words. No BS, bro. Yo. Crazy, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it is giving students good grades to please them is not helping, bro. You no, bro. This you don't. Yeah, bro. This is craziness, bro. Goofy, bro. Whack.
Give kids good grades for things other than their work
that they
right?
don't
like
earn,
actually doing the work
that they don't deserve.
Right? They're trying to pass kids without
just
really knowing the material that they're supposed to learn.
That's detrimental, and, hurtful.
Shout out to people like Kasparian, who I believe is still
who's based
progressive, somewhat.
Certain things she says are woke, no BS, but she's way better than what she was years ago, bro. She was very radical, bro, but she's way more based, way more logical, way more nuanced, balanced, reasonable. So salute to Anna, but certain things are woke still. She still says woke, truly woke things, but yeah, the amount of wokeness that she brings is nowhere near the amount that she brung many years ago. Yeah, so big props, big salute. I commend Anna. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Don't bend the knee to radicals, bro, to cultists, to fragile people, to soft people, to snowflakes. Say what the reality is. It doesn't matter if you get hate, flack, negativity. Stick to the truth, yo, please. Yo, you will. The real people will respect you if you stick to the truth, to honor, to integrity, to logic. Facts.
About two people like Kasparian, who I believe is still progressive, somewhat. She's calling out how Cocoa Puffs.
She's a leftist, but she's not affiliated with any party anymore. She's not a Democrat any longer. She's no longer a Democrat.
Progressive, somewhat.
She's not a Republican either.
This policy really is. About two people like Kasparian.
The wokies think she's Republican, but she just says logical stuff that they don't want to hear. It is what it is.
She's calling out how Cocoa Puffs, this policy. About two people like Kasparian, who I believe is still progressive, somewhat. She's calling out how Cocoa Puffs, this policy really is, and how this is really just a grip for woke consultants to get paid probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, to make kids dumber. Take a look.
Hey, we're grading for equity. Let's pause for a second and just acknowledge the fact that what this
Anna, she's funny, bro.
To the world,
the new Anna, bro, she's funnier, bro. More, she cooks with the humor, bro. But there's truth in what she's saying, bro. Yeah,
to make kids dumber. Take a look.
Yeah.
Hey, we're grading for equity. Let's pause for a second and just acknowledge the fact that what this curriculum messages to the world, is we don't think certain students can rise to the occasion. And so
facts,
instead of
condescension,
finding ways to solve any issues that are standing in the way of them excelling.
Infantilization.
Rather than doing something
Patronization.
finding
That
ways
is the worst
to solve
form
any
of
issues that are standing in
hatred.
the way of them excelling.
Covert
Rather
hatred.
than doing something about those obstacles,
They say fake love is worse than real hate. It is one of the realest quotes, bro. Yeah, the person who is overtly hateful, you know what his or her intentions are up front, in the open, yeah, it is obvious. But the person who is covertly hateful, you don't know the person's true intentions. It is worse. It is suckier, bro. It is crappier, because you don't know the person's real intentions. They pretend to be something they're not. It is a masquerade, a veneer, an illusion. It is not the reality. So yeah, the fake people are the worst. They are worse than the people who have real detestation for you, overt, obvious, upfront. It is you know what they bring to, you know what they possess, bro. You know it. There's no guessing you have to do. There's no confusion, bro. It is clear as day what the intention is. But with a fake person, you don't know the intention, bro. Then you get betrayed, you get stabbed, you get knifed in the back, bro. Then you are surprised at, you are surprised as to why this thing happened, this perfidy, this traitorism, this knifing. But yeah, you people have to be logical. People cannot have rose-colored glasses on, bro. You have to be aware, bro. It is what it is.
messages to the world is, we don't think certain students can rise to the occasion. And
Sad.
so instead of finding
Bozo-ish.
ways to solve any issues that are standing in the way of them excelling,
Present.
rather than doing
Preclusions,
something about those
hindrances.
obstacles, we are going to lower the standards and then
Make
pat
it
ourselves on the
easier.
back with this ridiculous label
This virtue
of
signal.
equity. This isn't equity.
Facts.
This is giving
It is
up
goofiness.
on students.
Yep.
Okay? So let me give you
Bigotry
more
of
details
low
about this, because,
expectations. What do they say? The bigotry of low expectations. Precisely, bro.
certain students can rise to the occasion. And so instead of
This isn't right wing or Republican or Republican.
issues that are
This
standing in the way
tape.
of them
This is logic.
rise to the occasion. And so instead of finding ways to solve
What
any
Anna
issues
is
that are
saying
standing in the
is
way
logic.
of them excelling,
Rationality,
rather than doing something
reason.
about those obstacles, we are going to lower the standards and then pat ourselves on the back with this ridiculous label of equity. This isn't equity. This is giving up on students.
Yes, agreed.
Okay? So let me give you more details about this, because this specific curriculum includes, well, grading for equity eliminates homework or weekly tests from being counted in a student's final semester grade.
It is crazy that they
Includes,
think
well,
these
grading for equity
students
eliminates
are
homework or
incapable
weekly tests
of
from being
achieving excellence. It is
counted
crazy,
in
bro.
a student's final
There's
semester
no
grade.
belief, no faith in these
Grades won't be
students.
impacted due
That
to late
is
assignments,
more
showing up late to
insulting
class, or not
to
showing
keep
up at all.
it all the way a buck.
Only the
More insultive, more insulting all the way.
includes, well, grading for equity eliminates.
But the wokies
homework or
will say
weekly tests
different
from being
because they
counted
are
in a student's final
goofies.
semester grade. Grades won't be impacted due to late assignments in a student's final semester grade.
Don't
Includes,
make
well, grading
stuff
for equity
easier.
eliminates homework or weekly
Be
tests
fair,
from
bro.
being counted in
Be fair,
a
be
student's
fair.
final semester grade.
Let the best people, let
This is
the hardest
giving up on
working
students.
people
Okay? So let me give you more details about this.
get the
because,
grades.
this
Don't give
specific
grades
curriculum.
Out of pity, no, bro.
Includes
No.
while grading for equity
That
eliminates homework or
leads
weekly tests
to
for being
resentment
counted in a student's
and animus
includes while
and
grading for equity
hatred.
eliminates homework or weekly tests from being counted in a student's final semester grade. This is giving up on students.
Yep, precisely.
Okay? So let me give you more details about this, because this specific curriculum includes, while grading for equity eliminates homework or weekly tests from being counted in a student's final semester grade. Grades won't be impacted due to late assignments, showing up late to class, or not showing up at all.
Horrible, terrible.
Only the score on a final exam counts, which, by the way, students can take multiple times. So if you didn't like your original score, you can take it again until you get a score you like. But there's also a catch to the way these tests are scored, because a student right now in a regular traditional grading system would need a 90 in order to get an A, or at least 61 to get a D. Well, under the Leandro Unified School District's grading for equity system touted by the San Francisco Unified School District and its consultant, a student with a score as low as 80 can attain an A, and as low as 21% can pass with a D.
That crazy. 80 is a B. 21 is AF. F plus in a regular.
21% can pass with a D. I think that's crazy. So the school district is already negotiating with a consultant who is set to train the teachers about grading for equity by August. And the dude is a total idiot. When students know that they can literally not show up to class and get a passing grade anyway,
this is sweet. Facts. Especially this is softness, bro. If you are soft,
so parents would absolutely push back on this plan.
They say what you permit will continue. So if you permit this BS to happen, bro, this will continue. There will be entitlement and crazy-ish, bro, because you permitted goofiness to happen. Terrible. You have to be tough, bro.
They can literally not show up to class and get a passing grade anyway.
People grow if you are tough, not abusive, but tough. Two different things.
Especially high school kids. Jeez, this is incredible. So parents would absolutely push back on this plan, and for good reason. So data from
legitimate
two middle schools
reason
in San Leandro, where this dumb grading system was implemented.
She doesn't hold back, bro. She doesn't hold back.
Populations when it comes
she's
to
brave.
performance
AK is brave.
Statewide assessment tests, obviously.
AK is a female who is straight brave.
Among student populations when it comes to performance on statewide assessment
She bravely
tests,
keeps
obviously.
it AK.
And in both
bars.
English and mathematics, the gaps range from twice to triple to even 4 times as many students meeting or exceeding the statewide standard in some subgroups compared to others. The children needing the most help and improvement are not getting it. The reality is that school districts, or this specific school district, the San Francisco Unified School District, they are currently facing a $100 million budget cut. You see, the state of California basically took tens of billions of our dollars, of Californians' hard-earned tax money, and they wiped their ass with it. $24 billion allocated for homeless nonprofits. They took that money, padded their pockets with it. Homelessness has exploded in California ever since.
Misappropriation.
There's been no reckoning with that theft of our taxpayer money.
Tough.
And now you have a major school district in the state of California paying large sums of money that they can't even afford.
Crazy.
Considering that $100 million budget cut. And they're giving it to a snake oil salesman. who's going to further deteriorate the education system in
Unbelievable.
San Francisco. Congratulations.
Yeah, I gotta say,
She
Anna
cooked.
Kasparian is spot on, right? And again, this is what separates unreasonable progressives from somewhat reasonable progressives, right?
Facts. It is what it is. Yeah, that is the distinction, the difference. That's the difference. Exhibit bars. Peace.